My name is Scott Peterson. I've made a few attempts at El Cap. I tried to climb the nose once and got one pitch up, and we had to come down because the partner that I was climbing with decided that we weren't doing it in the style that he wanted to, so that was a fail. And then I came down and with a partner to climb Lurking Fear. We hauled all our stuff up, and he became sick at the base, and we decided to go home. I took care of my partner, drove him home. After that experience, one of my mentors decided that, hey, you feel comfortable on El Cap and you do pretty good solo work. You could solo Zodiac. And well, I'd like to do it with a partner, but you know, the stars have to just align just right, you know, and so many things have to come together, and soloing almost made more sense. So, because I'd be on my time schedule, and I could do the whole thing myself. I could do it in any style that I decided, and I wouldn't have to argue with somebody. And so that's where the whole solo thing came into play. I was determined to make it to the top. People told me if you keep on going up, eventually you will make it. Don't go down. If you're on a pitch and you get freaked out, take the 15 minutes, right? And chill. Don't make any rash decisions, because your body's going to want to make you go down. You have to want to be up there. And I did a lot of things mentally to prepare myself. Like, for instance, I went up the walk-off. I went up the east ledges, and I took 4 liters of water and I stashed it up there. The alpinists told me to take a can of Coke, because that's what they do. They take a can of Coke to the summit. When they get to the summit, they down that can of Coke, and that sugar and caffeine kind of revitalizes you, and it's like this treat. So I put a can of Coke up there, right? And then I went up there and I looked at the top out, and I went, I'm going to take a mental picture of that place, so that when I'm on the route and I'm looking up at 1,000 feet of granite and I'm so overwhelmed and I can't see myself finishing it, I can, in my mind, go to that picture in my mind, and I go, I'm going to that place. I'm not comfortable here, but I'm going there. On the 12th pitch, I was so scared. I was leading it with a headlamp at night, leading an expanding flake, and I'd never led anything like that. It's at night, I'm by myself, and I am so scared I want to puke on my shoes. But I'm like, what are you gonna do? I mean, you gonna cry? You can go home? I mean, it's like, just do it, you know, you're here. It took that 15 minutes, and I took a deep breath, and I did it. I got through it. We drove into the valley, and the first thing, you come in on the loop and you see El Cap. I've looked at it several times, but when I knew I was actually going to be on it, it was daunting. You don't have to do the whole thing at once. It's pitch by pitch. I have all the skills. I can do any one of those pitches, any of them, on El Cap. A4 plus, yeah, I could do it. It may take me 10 hours, and I'll be frightened out of my brains, but I can do pieces. If you look at the whole thing, there's no way that you're going to do it. You'll just be too overwhelmed, too freaked out. You got to really, really want it, and you got to be willing to do what it takes. And sometimes that is being afraid, and you got to be able to suffer a little bit. Maybe a lot.